Yo, so Sherri Shepard wants married men to come and help single women raise their children. This is what she had to say.
Make a plea to the married women. I don't want your husband at all. I just feel like if you know a single mother, can you send your husband to help us out a little bit? Like there's stuff that I didn't know about you.
First things first on how out of order women like this are. The men that they come in contact with, they're so used to treating like their sons that she didn't even think to ask the man to come and impart your male masculine wisdom upon my son and my family. She bypassed him and asked his wife, would you send your husband over here to help a single mother out? And I'm like, the audacity of you to think that I don't run my house. Like, what? Why is you talking to my wife about what you need me to come and do? That's something that a mother would send her son to do. You know what I'm saying? That's something a neighbor would call another mother and be like, hey, can you send your son over here and help him clean the leaves up out the backyard? You got us confused, baby. Real men run their household. And when you asking me to come and impart my masculinity upon your family, ironically, that you know, y'all single mothers, y'all don't need men. That's what y'all been preaching, ain't you? All this time. I don't need a man for nothing. I can do bad all by myself. All this, that, and the other. But then you have the audacity to ask that a married man with a family and a wife of his own, come and do all of these manly things in your family. But no, listen, men might not have no problem in doing this, but you ain't going to direct me to do it. I'm going to decide if I'm going to impart my wisdom upon your son. I'm going to decide if I feel like dealing with you to do that. Because I ain't saying you crazy, but it may be a reason that your baby daddy got away from you or that you chased them away. I don't know. I don't know what the reason. Maybe he was a bum baby daddy and he just ran away for no reason. But in these type of situations, a woman might have something to do with why he skedaddled. I'm just saying. Because if you have chased off a baby daddy for some crazy reasons, and then now you want to bring in a married man that you admire to mentor your son, that's a little iffy, and I wouldn't recommend it for no man that's married, unless the understanding is you about to go gain a wife. And even then, let's be real, gaining a wife with another man's kids is not the greatest situation to be in. So still, what are we talking about? Because being in this type of situation is a dangerous situation. It's automatically, because I come over there and start imparting my wisdom, and you gonna want more than that. Y'all seen BMF. Come on, you get to going over there fixing fans and tightening up stuff and this, that, and another. Then she gonna want you to tighten her up. And so I'm supposed to come over there and then disseminate my actual family for that? No, y'all might well join together. You might well join together. But when men say this out front like this, y'all have a problem with it. And it ain't for everybody. A lot of times it sounds better as we just talking like it's, it's not something that would be reality for most of us. Like, you talk it up, but in real life, you probably wouldn't do it. You probably just have one wife. But I'm just saying, women be kind of pushing you towards that in the things that they're trying to have you do. Like, why would you try to have me act as your husband, but not give me that squish box? I'm not understanding what's in it for me. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of women don't understand this type of dichotomy that Sherri Shepard is trying to push on them as well. I'm going to play you some of the comments of the women and the men that has something to say about her sentiments.
The creator says, delusional. Another comment here from somebody else says, that's not going to work, Sherri. Nope. Some women do want the husband, ... Send them kids to boys and girls clubs. She says, sorry, no. Another woman responded back to add to that comment and said, I was thinking the same thing. We can come and help as a family, she says. Somebody else here says, no, ma'am, get your own.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Should be drinking coffee. And another guy responded back with laughing emojis. Another guy added to the thread and said, laughing emojis. Following the comment, I'm trying to picture my wife allowing me to take resources from her to give to another woman.
And see, that's the big ask that you're going to have a problem with, Sherri Shepard, as you're asking this of husbands across the land to help single mother. Like, you're asking something ridiculous. You're asking husbands to go and impart wisdom and impart money and time and effort into a single mother down the street and her son. What is your wife gonna say? Your wife gonna be like, "Oh, you missing our son's basketball game to go to this chick's son's basketball game and geek him up." I'm just trying to understand. And it ain't gonna be nothing you're gonna be able to say to that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna be able to say? Like, that's why this whole situation is ridiculous. Why would you even ask that of a married man unless you trying to blend them families together? I don't understand why this is a question that popped up in your head, especially when so many women hang their hat on, "Oh, I can do all bad by myself. I don't need no man." They keep talking how they don't need no man for nothing. Yet everything that they benefit from is of a man. This phone that we speaking on, minerals and all of that dug up from a man. Plumbing that you dealing with in your house dug from a man. Your house is built by a man. All the materials to be gathered to build your house from a man. Most of these industries are 95% men that do them. Yeah, some women work in these industries, but not many. And so it trips me out when women try to go on this "I don't need a man" hashtag thing and act like their whole world doesn't revolve around us. Like, the double standards, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But then they can come and do a backflip like this. Talk all that "I don't need a man" stuff. Well, they just get you for your sperm and use you as a donor. But then 5 to 10 years later, when the son is tripping out or the daughter is tripping out, now they need some male guidance. Now they want to ask other women that are married to let me borrow your husband to come over here and spend time with my son or my daughter because I made bad decisions on who I picked, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or my baby daddy made bad decisions and he's not here, so now I need to borrow you. No, most of y'all be saying y'all got a village. You got a village. You got parents, you got grandparents, all of that can help y'all. I seen a chick that says she was like, she would rather be a single mother than be somebody's wife. And she was actively making that choice in life. That's where she was in life. And the chick next to her said, "Yeah, I agree." She didn't necessarily agree with her, but she said, "I think most women agree with what she's saying." And so you got a bunch of goofy women running around repeating this goofy narrative to each other, hyping every chick up about this female feminist rhetoric narrative that they're spewing, convincing each other that they don't need a man. But yet, when stuff gets thick and them kids get to growing up and you miss having that man around to crack the whip, most times you got a man around, you ain't even got to crack the whip. You just a man ain't got to do much but put bass in his voice. A lot of times, man don't even have to come in there and act like he about to whoop some kids and this, that. All he had to come through there, hey! What Kevin Hart say? "I know y'all ain't in that toilet." But most times you just have to come put some bass in your voice. Kids straighten right up. Get scared. What are you about to do? You know what I'm saying? And I know you females miss that. But because you miss it, you can't just be out of line like Sherri Shepard is here and then ask another married man to come in and fix, align everything back up. No, what you should have did, you should have been in line when you had the kid and tried to compromise with your baby daddy or whoever else that was trying to be in the child's life. Instead of doing thing that a lot of females do. I'm not saying all, because let's be honest, we know a lot of men run too. But let's be honest, men run because they told you they didn't want a baby in the first place. And then y'all got pregnant and was like, well, I'm going to have it anyway. I don't need you. I'm going to have it on my own. And so when you make the choice to have the baby on your own, what do you think is going to come of that? As far as the man's sake. Because we have no choice in this. Many men could want that baby you get pregnant with. And then y'all could be like, oh, I'm getting rid of it. And then what do we have to say? Nothing. We have to sit there and suffer in silence. But you tell me what y'all think, man. Is Sherri Shepard out of her mind, or what y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Let your boy know. It's your boy P. Camp. Put something in the comments for your boy.